Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Since the beginning of this season, coach J.J. Redick has received the support of Anthony Davis to hire a great center to increase the team's defense and rebounding. Rumors: Lakers haven't given up on signing Walker Kessler. Los Angeles Lakers, demanding fans of this team always believe that the Lakers need to do something. Such is life when the team has a 40-year-old legend on the clock. Honestly, Lakers GM Rob Pelinka gets a lot of criticism for making few moves. He also just traded D'Angelo Russell for Finney Smith. What will the Lakers do to salvage what could be LeBron James' final years? The Lakers are willing to forego future considerations to improve their standing in the Western Conference. Can the Lakers plug the remaining holes on the roster, notably at center and possibly at guard, to replace the departed Russell? What does the team have to offer, and what would be the consequences of moderate, aggressive, and conservative movements? The Los Angeles Lakers are in an evaluation period after acquiring Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton from the Brooklyn Nets. Does time have enough for a deep playoff run, or will time pull the draft coin for upgrades before the February 6 trade deadline? A more moderate path to acquiring Walker Kessler from the Utah Jazz is being shown. Los Angeles Lakers get Walker Kessler. Utah Jazz get Christian Wood. Removal of top 4 protection on the Lakers' 2027 first-rounder. 2029 first-rounder. The Lakers previously sent the 2027 first-rounder to Utah in the Russell Westbrook trade. It will only be conveyed if LA is in the 5 to 30 range, otherwise, it will send its 2027 second-rounder. If the Lakers win the lottery, numbers 1 to 4, their second-rounder will go to the Nets. After the Kessler trade, the 2027 second-rounder would still go to the Nets or Jazz, with the adjustment removing protection in the first round. The Lakers need to spend the next few weeks evaluating the roster after acquiring Finney-Smith as a potential small ball center option, but Cleveland Cavaliers center Jarrett Allen also recently demolished LA on New Year's Eve. Kessler would give coach J.J. Redick the flexibility to play another rim-protecting big alongside Anthony Davis, depending on matchups. That's not currently an option, and the lack of size seemed to show up most over the last 2 postseasons against the Denver Nuggets. Kessler, 23, is still young and inexpensive next year at $4.9 million. With this and the recent trade with the Nets, the Lakers would have tremendous size and depth at the big positions. The Lakers have won before, with James serving as the team's floor general. The loss of Russell's ball-handling skills falls on Austin Reeves and Gabe Vincent, and could be addressed through free agency. If Milton can fill in, somewhat out of position, as the third point guard, LA may be set for its postseason run. At worst, the team can turn to free agency to add one more ball handler. Los Angeles retains its 2031 first-rounder for a potential off-season move. The risk in giving up 2029 and reducing protections in 2027 is the price to climb in the competitive Western Conference. The Lakers won't catch the first-place Oklahoma City Thunder in the standings, but the number 2 seed remains in reach. Looking forward, and assuming Finney-Smith, $15.4 million, and James both opt in this summer, the Lakers should be able to retain every current rotation player while using the projected $5.7 million taxpayer mid-level exception to add a ball-handling guard. Lakers' financial situation. The franchise has 15 players on guaranteed contracts, plus 3 two-way contracts, and a total payroll of $185.4 million. It has been open about not intending to spend more than the second apron, $188.9 million, which would be challenging to accomplish this season. But keep that in mind for next year, with a projected second apron of $207.8 million. That's likely the upper band of what the Lakers are willing to spend next year, so any significant multi-year additions may need to come with LeBron James opting out of his $52.6 million to re-sign at a discount or LA dumping other players from the books like Gabe Vincent, Jared Vanderbilt and/or Rui Hachimura. According to multiple competing executives, Vincent has marginal to no trade value, and Vanderbilt, out after foot surgery, has negative value. The Lakers don't want to trade Hachimura or Dalton Connect, so league sources expect their primary trade bait to be first-round picks, 2029 to 2031. Outside of 2 seconds this June, their own +1 from the Los Angeles Clippers, the most the Lakers can offer, due to the Stepien rule, are firsts in 2029 and 2031 with limited means of protection. Should the Lakers try to include Collin Sexton in the trade package? Acquiring Sexton is a complicated decision for the Lakers. Time has had success in relying heavily on the playmaking of LeBron James and Austin Reeves, but do the Lakers need another dynamic sound creator, especially in the playoffs when defenses have more time to game plan than in the regular season? Sexton is averaging 17.7 points and 3.8 assists per game for the Jazz this season, shooting a career-best 43.8% from three-point range. He has similar dimensions to Gabe Vincent, but is a top scorer who can also make plays, career average of 3.6 assists. He's not as strong defensively as Vincent, who is more challenged offensively with 0.9 assists per game and 33% from three. Vincent has also struggled to stay healthy in Los Angeles as he is currently out with an oblique strain. Add to that Sexton is with Clutch Sports Group, the same agency that represents LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and it's possible the Lakers stars will press time to acquire the 26-year-old point guard. James' support would be vital. With Sexton making up to $19.5 million, with incentives, next season, James would need to opt out of his $52.6 million for 2025 to 26. With the Lakers treating the second cap as a salary cap, James could re-sign for approximately $45 million, giving him enough room to bring back nearly the same roster, minus Mills, revising his 2 second-round picks and use the mid-level taxpayer exception, about $5.7 million, on a free agent. James and the Lakers front office must believe that Sexton, Kessler and the current players on the roster are enough to compete at the highest level this year and next. LA would sacrifice active rotation depth in the deal with Reddish and Hayes out, but would have the means to replace them shortly after the deal with prorated minimum players. The Lakers would also run out of mobile first-round picks for the next few years, so time would likely run out of the next star who is available for trade deal for the foreseeable future. If the Lakers decide to bring in a center to help off the bench, they have their eye on an Eastern Conference center. That center is Day'Ron Sharpe. Sharpe plays for Brooklyn, and the Lakers asked about him in the Finney-Smith trade. According to Clutch Points, Brooklyn responded by saying adding Sharpe would cost more draft compensation. It appears the Lakers will continue discussing a trade to get Sharpe. Sharpe is a good player who comes off the bench and plays very hard. This season, he is averaging 7.3 points and 6.1 rebounds per game. Unfortunately, he only played 15 games this season. He needs to stay healthy. Sharpe would give the Lakers shot blocking off the bench as well. Now, Los Angeles doesn't have that when Davis sits on the bench. They need someone who can go out and help the defense stay at a high level. If the Lakers make a trade for Sharpe, it likely won't be the only move they make. Offensively, the Lakers still need help. This is especially true at the guard position with D'Angelo Russell no longer on the team. They need more help with playmaking because they can't count on James to do everything for the team at his advanced age. It would be surprising to fans if the Lakers didn't make at least one move at the trade deadline. Sharpe would be a good start, but they need a guard who can also make plays for others.